As our imaginations take us on this journey of speculation, let's pause for a moment to consider true altruism. It stands at the apex, an ideal form of humanitarianism and benevolence that boldly claims to derive no benefits, neither tangible nor intangible, for the benefactor. But as we dive into the abyss of human nature and motivations, it brings about the converging frost of skepticism and introspection. Is true altruism possible, or are all actions ultimately self-serving? Let's imagine an individual. Say they offer their last morsel of food to a passing stranger, homeless and starving. This act, upon initial reflection, seems to emanate pure altruism. But let's dive deeper. The person giving away their food becomes draped in a cloak of self-sacrifice, kindness, and humanity. They may be consciously aware of this or not, but isn't there a sense of spiritual or moral satisfaction? A gleam of pride, a whisper of self-esteem, or possibly a quiet sigh of relief comforted by the affirmation that indeed, they are capable of saintly love? Now, does this internal satisfaction convert this action into a self-serving one? The answer isn't straightforward. It's as elusive as capturing a phantom, as complex as the human psyche. Is it not conceivable that self-satisfaction and altruism can be both sides of the same coin? Is it possible that this self-satisfaction is the byproduct and not the goal of the altruistic act? Or, alternatively, does it reflect a deeply ingrained survival mechanism, an unconscious social strategy wherein we subliminally recognize that by promoting a world of kindness and generosity, we increase our own odds of receiving help when in need? Altruism is ostensibly a selfless act. Yet, evolutionary biology tells us that even in the animal kingdom, acts of apparent selflessness serve the ultimate purpose of gene propagation. Does that make the selfless bird pushing a cuckoo's egg out of its nest any less selfless, or merely more pragmatic? Ponder upon these two paths. One suggests altruism as a part of our very design, dictated by our genes for the survival of the species. A beautiful, biologically wired dance of life where selflessness serves survival. The other road proposes a more conscious altruism, an ideal we pursue for spirituality, morality, peace, a reflection of our capacity to transcend biology and materialism. In the end, the conundrum of true altruism possibly being self-serving may be just a question of perspective. If altruistic acts are indeed tinted with elements of self-satisfaction or survival instincts, does it necessarily strip them of their altruistic nature? Or does it rather enhance the depth and dimensions of these acts, making them complex, layered reflections of our capabilities as sentient, thinking and introspecting beings? As the sunset of these 5 minutes enfolds us, giving way to the starlit introspection, one must remember there is an inherent beauty and nobility in the very questioning of our motivations, in the aspiration to true altruism. Perhaps it is not so significant whether our actions are purely altruistic or partially self-serving. What is more important is that through such actions, we can foster empathy, kindness, and compassion in our world. And isn't that a noble goal regardless?